between America getting involved in helping Ukraine repel Russia and America getting involved in helping Israel repel Hamas. They're both thousands of miles away. They're conflicts that don't directly involve America. What is the ideological difference?
Well, I suppose we have to shift the premise a little bit here. America is involved in everything. Pache, to my...
He's correct so far. America is involved in everything, for better or for worse. Let's see if he answers Piers Morgan's question of what's the ideological difference between getting involved in Ukraine and involved in Gaza.
Libertarian friends, America is involved in everything. That is in part because we're the global hegemon. That is in part because we are an empire and have been an empire for a very long time. It is in part because nations have interests. All nations have interests. Even tiny little nations have interests, and they seek to influence other nations to better accord with those interests. So we are going to be involved in some way all over the world, whether that is in Ukraine or whether that is in the Middle East. The question is, how are we going to be involved? And here I think President Trump's commentary was really, really important. Trump says, on the one hand, we're going to take over Gaza. We're going to own Gaza. You saw Netanyahu's eyebrow went up. I'm not sure he was totally prepared for that one during their press conference.
I'm sure he was prepared. And also, what a weird, freaky thing to be smiling about and like treating it like it's chill and whatnot, like Michael Knowles is. I mean, really, like, this is just the most insane imperialism. Totally unprecedented. Nothing like it, honestly. Like, why on earth is the president of the United States saying it? And why are members of his own party not viciously, aggressively calling him out? We've had some tepid pushback from other Republicans in the Senate, but that's about it.
On the other hand, he says, someone else is going to pay for all of this. We're not going to pay for this, and other people are going to figure it out. So what does that mean? If he says we're going to take over Gaza, we're going to own Gaza, people, I think, assumed that that means we're going to send in the Marines, or that we're at least going to send in the Trump Organization contractors to build a nice casino. On the other hand, the Marines cost money. So if someone else is going to pay for this, then it seems to me President Trump is saying, no, we're not going to be directly involved. We're just going to put a stop to this war. Which is why I think our other co-panelist here, who makes the suggestion that Trump is always just giving the Israelis exactly what they want, is totally absurd. President Trump got a ceasefire over the objection of many Israelis. President Trump has helped the Palestinian people.
He's about to get called out on that so hard, because that is a laughable claim.
A lot more than any presidents in our lifetimes. And so I think what you're seeing...
President Trump does not care about Palestinians at all. He is not pro-Palestinian. He's pro-Israel through and through. Liar.
It's literally the most ridiculous thing that has ever been said.
Well, I think
he's done more to undermine Palestinians at every turn.
Is that ridiculous?
Yeah, he did bring about a temporary ceasefire before he's about to propose a full ethnic cleansing. Listen, I have to interject here because...
Ooh. That is the face of a guy who just got his cheeks clapped, who just got rhetorically destroyed, as the kids say.
Trump has done more to undermine Palestinian rights. He's recognized Israel's illegal occupation, illegal settlements.
What rights?
Recognized Jerusalem as Israel's capital in violation.
What rights? What rights? I noticed that a lot of right-wingers do this, you know, when you talk about people losing their rights, in particular LGBTQ rights in America, they'll say, oh, what rights? What rights are under attack? What rights? It's like, buddy, you know exactly which rights.
Of international law. Every single, I'm listing them for you. There's entire unanimity of condemnation of Israel's illegal occupation that Trump has recognized.
Unanimity,
and just on that point, I really have to say that I'm fundamentally...
Unanimity.
Global hegemon acting like a rogue state in order to enable another rogue state. Yes, the entire world, if you look at the logs of the UN General Assembly voting, it's obvious that Israel and the U.S.
Listen and look at how smug he's being. This is a coping mechanism, to be sure. It's when you're losing, you know you're losing, and you want to kind of make your opponent look like they're the unhinged one, the one who's angry, and you're the one who's just here having a good time telling it like it is. Michael Knowles is coping for his lack of intelligence, basically his lack of basic knowledge on foreign policy. And you know what? If you haven't studied up on foreign policy, that's fine. I tend to place domestic issues before foreign policy issues in terms of how much I research them. But yeah, this is just ridiculous on his part. He's making himself look awfully uninformed.
Out of step with the rest of the world on illegal occupation. I mean, it's just being condescending to somebody who does not know what they're talking about. It's always a wonderful experience.
True. It is a wonderful experience. Yeah, he doesn't know what he's talking about at all. And yeah, the condescending way he acts, it's like, dude, do you want to get punched in the face? That's how you get people to punch you in the face, if you act really condescending and smug, while at the same time barely knowing anything about the subject that you're talking about.
You listen a little bit and try to learn and understand actually how the world works.
Is the global
You don't know what you're talking about, Michael. You don't.
You don't know what you're talking about. You're incredibly out of your depth. Okay, let me
Thank you. Okay, so credit to this Piers Morgan guest. Everyone, please like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. This has been The More the Merrier, and I look forward to speaking to you in my next video.